Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Drea, and welcome to I Am, a YouTube channel dedicated all to spirituality, mindfulness, and wellness. And I wanted to create a platform where I could share everything that I have been learning on my own spiritual journey that has been very beneficial and helpful. And I just wanted to share these things with the hopes that it will help you on your journey back to self-love and reconnecting with your soul and that beautiful light that is right inside of you. So for my first video, I wanted to talk about gratitude and how to express more gratitude and practice more gratitude in our lives. So in order to start practicing more gratitude, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips that definitely helped me when I first started to just practice it every day with gratitude. It's kind of like riding a bike. Every day you kind of learn a little bit more and more and more until you finally get it and you're able to do it on your own without the help of the training wheels or whatever. So the first tip that I'm going to share is creating a gratitude jar. And a gratitude jar can be a mason jar, it can be a recycled flower jar that you have at home. You simply need some Post-its or some postcards or cut up little cards, and every single morning or at night, write something that you are grateful for. And this will kind of just begin that practice of every day you're going to look for the one thing that you're grateful for. Write it down. You can even put the date on it and then just throw it in the jar. And over time, the jar is going to fill up and it just looks so beautiful. And what I did is at the end of the year, I sat there and I read through all my little things I was grateful for. And it kind of took me down memory lane because there was a few things in there that I completely forgot that I had experienced during that year. And the second idea is to start your very own gratitude journal for those of you that like to write and document your life. It's a perfect way to also practice. There are so many gorgeous gratitude journals on the market, but you can very easily create your own going to TJ Maxx or Marshall's, buying one in their stationery aisle. They always have really cute ones for $5, or even going to Target. And every morning, again, in your journal, just write the date, write something that you're grateful for, leave it on your little side table by your bed, somewhere that you'll remember, again, to do it in the morning or at night. It really entirely depends on you. Now, the third way is one of my favorites because I am a person who's very giving. I always like making things and giving things to my friends or loved ones or family members. So the third way to start practicing more gratitude is to just start expressing it and sharing it with others. What I mean by that is by simply buying a little card for a friend, writing her a sweet message and mailing it to her, surprising her, or making her a card or making him a card. Or even if you know a friend that's kind of going through a hard time, is putting together like a little, thinking of you little basket with some of their favorite things. And again, just mailing it to them and surprising them. And the beautiful thing about that is a lot of times we don't know what our friends are going through at the time. So that little card or that little surprise gift could definitely be the spark of joy that they need in their life to kind of just keep going and be re-inspired and fill up their vessel with lots of love and light. And through that, you're even able to create a ripple effect where maybe they'll be inspired by your kindness and they'll want to do the same for somebody else too. So it's definitely a win-win situation. And what really helped me is I ended up doing the jar and the journal at the same time, and of course the gifts, for about a year. And after a year, it was one of those things where I knew that, that was a little homework for myself, is to think of something that I'm grateful for. So now I've gotten to the point where I don't need to use the jar or the journal anymore, and I practice gratitude throughout my day all the time. When I'm walking or whatever, if I'm inspired by something. I now live in New York City, and I always find myself walking and just thinking in my head like, wow, I'm so grateful to live here now, or being at work and expressing, like, I'm so grateful for my coworkers and my team, like they're so incredibly great. Or I'm so grateful for my mom, she gave me a call today. Or it can be the littlest thing, as even, that avocado that I bought today was so good. And now I kind of just write myself those little notes in my head, and I'm constantly doing it all the time. And in return, that has just created more of an appreciation for life, because life is very difficult. It is very hard. And sometimes when we're at our lowest, we can't see the good that will potentially come once we're out of that situation. So you know, if you are able to just be more grateful, you're able to reflect and say, you know, even though this bad thing is happening, there's this, this, and this that's good in my life. And I'm going to shift my focus into these things that are going well. And I'm going to be patient and just kind of go with the flow of the universe and trust that this situation that's not so good is ultimately going to teach me something greater about life and myself. So if you guys want to share in the comments ways that you practice gratitude, that way we can kind of build a community where we can really just help each other out and, you know, provide support and ideas as to how you were able to cope with something. So leave it in the comments, share with me, how do you practice gratitude? But yes, thank you guys so much for being here for my first ever video on this channel. I am sending you infinite amount of love and light wherever you may be.